Welcome back, everybody. On the left-hand side, we are going to be having Storm League enjoyers. On the right side, it's going to be Madness. Hold on 1 second. I got to take out the trash in Twitch chat. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second here. Got to take out some trash in Twitch chat. Warn user. Don't flame streamer. Smile. Smile. There we go. Got it, Twinkies. Enjoy your warning, bitch. On the left-hand side, it's Storm League enjoyers, Tomb of the Spider Queen. Map number 1 of this fourth best of 3 of the day. We've got Dragonshire and Sky Foundry banned away by Storm League enjoyers. Alterac Pass and Towers of Doom banned away by Madness. First pick goes over to the side of Madness as they won the coin flip. Map choice coming out from Storm League enjoyers. And it's our first Tomb game of the day. Storm League enjoyers on the left, Madness on the right, and 10-minute gamble, go, go, go. Oof, that stinged. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, take that, gotta Twinkies. Sounds like they adopted the business model of ship, shit, fix later. Possibly. Someone getting warned and it isn't me? I mean, why would I warn you? Mephisto to be banned away. Sylvanas removed as well. We have got a Hogger, last ban on the right. And what are we going to be seeing for Storm League enjoyers? Well, what will they be getting rid of as well? Tyrael was played a lot in the first series of the day for Madness, but not to be like, oh, well, it didn't win, so it's not good. But it didn't get that much value, so I think, yeah, we're going to see Johanna banned. I didn't think we would get a direct ban to Tyrael, but what do we get for Tomb of the Spider Queen on the side of Madness? Blaze is up. The Haka's up. Genji, Anduin. Diablo. There's so much you can go into here. It's like, what flavor do you want? Bubblegum. Cherry. Dahaka. Yeah, I'm not surprised. They're gonna ban KLT. Who?
It's a perfect day for some mayhem.
Blaze Junkrat. Alright, not a bad start for the side of Storm League enjoyers. They kind of check in some good boxes here. Some CC, Wave Clear, Poke Potential, Steel Trap, and Concussion Mine in the rotation. You know, you could lean into a Stitches composition for Storm League enjoyers. I would actually love for them to go into a Stitches comp. They could pick up Malfurion as well, or Tyrande. Maybe not with a Nubarak. There's a lot of beetles. He can burrow charge away. Hanzo's got mobility. Yeah, maybe you don't want to go into a Stitches comp because yeah, I don't know if it would get that much value. I mean, I guess you could Hook Gorge, Steel Trap, Sticky Wicket, Root. I don't know. I feel like the Stitches composition could happen. It's actually a Brightwing ban. I was wondering if we would maybe see Anduin banned away because Nubarak with Light Bomb is really nice combo. They could still go into Genji as he's available. Zerg flavored. Well, isn't there like a whole Zerg menu? Like Mutalisk Wings or something like that? There's like a whole Zerg menu of food to make. Bacon Lich Tomato. So we do get the Malfurion, but it's going to be Muradin instead. Okay, and then they can flex this last pick into... Because their Wave Clear is okay, their Poke is okay. They could either get an auto attacker with the Malfurion, like a Tracer, Raynor, which, you know what's crazy? Last weekend, we saw nearly 100% Raynor participation. This weekend, not a single Raynor has been grabbed. Isn't that odd, chat? Isn't there there's something interesting?
For the alliance above all.
Anduin with the... What? I was not expecting a Witch Doctor, but I do like it for Tomb of the Spider Queen. You know what I would love to see into this? Is a Zool. I think the Zool would give so much good CC, wave clear, push potential. Honestly, Zool would be stellar for Storm League enjoyers here. You got counter wave clear and stuff like that up against Nazebo. It's gonna be Genji instead. I like Madness Draft way more. I like the Madness Draft. We'll see if it actually works out for them. Twitch Gamble is going. If you'd like to make a prediction, you got 5 minutes to get your gamble in. Maybe more. I don't know. God, a BLT does sound really good, though. Gosh. A BLT does sound really good. Anyways, Twitch Gamble's going. Let's load on into map number 1 of this 4th best of 3 of the day. Man, we got a lot of great games. Hope you're enjoying the stream. If you're new, be sure to hit the follow button. It costs you $0. And we do stream 6 days a week. We got a lot of great content on this channel. I hope you're having a good one, and let's get into it. Left side of the map is going to be Storm League Enjoyers. Back in it again in the lower bracket. This is an elimination match. Arion's going to be on your Genji, Mopsio, Muradin, Mac with the Malfurion, iTrax on the Junkrat, and last but not least, Rai is playing that Blaze. Nice dance, Malfurion. Right side of the map is going to be Madness. You're looking at a Shinado, Anduin, Razhag, Anubarak, Philadelphia, Hanzo. Spheres is your Nazebo, and Vetter Z Dahaka.
Let the battle begin.
IKR. In Kerrigan reaction. I'm kidding. I'm Kappa at the end of that one there. Anyway, scatter off the wall. Hanzo gonna go in simple geometry level 1. Already has 7 stacks. 30 seconds in, 7 stacks for Hanzo. Hello. Vetter Z gets the leap of faith, and we know Shinado loves Dahaka more than Anubarak. First blood over to the side of Storm League Enjoyers. I miss Kael'thas. I never see him above silver. Dude, I literally casted 2 Kael'thas's on Thursday. What are you talking about, Got Twinkies? We were casting Division B East, Division A, and Division 1 of Heroes Lounge. And I believe in Division A of NGS and Division 1 of Heroes Lounge, we saw Kael'thas's. If you're missing Kael'thas, you gotta come by the stream more often, buds. We see him all the time on this channel. I'm not even like being facetious or anything. And Division 1 and Division A are like anywhere from Plat to Master. Actually, no, Plat to like High Diamond. Maybe a Master somewhere in there, but yeah. Good Swift Strike out. Yeah, dude. Yeah, of course. Come by. Tuesdays and Thursdays are typically for Heroes of Storm casting. I do a lot of community stuff. Saturday and Sunday for the month of May is this tournament. It's every single Saturday and Sunday for this month. I'll do coverage for this tournament. Though this week, Tuesday, I will not be casting HoTS. I'll be playing Doom Dark Ages. Sometimes we even see him complete. There was a Convection Kael'thas like Tuesday of this past week or Thursday of last week. I do remember a Convection Kael'thas as well. Mopsio still putting the pressure onto this Anubarak, and both of these 2 tanks have to back away a little bit low. But yes, Doom Dark Ages on Tuesday. I seriously am so freaking excited for it. Oh. Another initiation from Muradin with the Dwarf toss in. Swift Strike from Genji. Root from Malfurion. Anduin gets the Chastise, and it's enough. No way! Mac with the Moonfire over the gate. Beautifully done. We'll check the death recap in a second here, because Hanzo might be falling as well. Scatter off the wall, natural agility over the wall. It's Razhag on the Anubarak to be picked off. Vetter Z gets the drag on a Malfurion, but I don't think it's going to matter here. Malfurion will tank a tower shot or 2, but Blaze gets into the get down, Mr. President position and is able to save. Moonfire was 51 overkill, by the way. 72,000 to 1,600. Yikes forever. All right. Well, best of luck to the Madness believers. Thanks for putting odds on the prediction, but this is looking at the start very, very in control for Storm League enjoyers. Concussion Mine again, pushing Vetter further out of top lane. Nazebo. We didn't really talk about level 1s here. There's just been so much bad. Oh my god, the Concussion Mine over the wall. No Stormbolt to follow it up in time as Anubarak was able to get the Burrow Charge out. 13 stacks for Hanzo, 52 for the Nazebo on his level 1. The Widowmakers, 30 baseline stacks on Voodoo Ritual. We've got Enhanced Agility to Haka, Legion of Beetles for the Anubarak. He also does have Bed of Barbs for that 3.5 persisting barb on the ground. Junkrat throwing in a few grenades here and there. Wait, good jump propulsion from Blaze, forces the leap of faith onto Razhag. Burden Dwarf tosses in. Is there a Stormbolt available? Thunderclap on the ground is all that will be activated as he backs away. Webweaver Turnin is here on the left-hand side for Storm League enjoyers. On the right, they're actually 1 gem away, and they'll be able to find that through bottom lane to Haka. Hanzo Natural Agility or Simple Geometry is done. Philadelphia trying to back away. Genji gets a bit of harassment onto the brother there, forcing out the Natural Agility over the wall. Blue Webweavers will descend over to the side of Storm League enjoyers, and they're going for Siege Giants. Invade from the enemy team. Good scatter. Drag onto Junkrat. He's going to back away to the side of all of this. Does he have a Concussion Mine? Absolutely. Able to disengage to the left side. We do have a great jet propulsion from Blaze. Root from Malfurion onto Hanzo. Nazebo, Hanzo do fall. Siege Giants go over to the left-hand side of Storm League enjoyers. And we're going to have Blue Webweavers pushing into waves. Dahaka's going to try and do something in mid, but he might get caught out here. No. The enemy team did not rotate up. Muradin flank position as the Webweaver still far out. Ooh, good Concussion Mine into Stormbolt. Root from Malfurion. Goodbye, Anduin. And another kill goes over to the side of Storm League enjoyers as Genji and Blaze in mid lane are able to capitalize on a kill. Anubarak's unable to rotate into mid and grab the gems that were dropped. Bottom fort goes down. Haymaker from Muradin, level 10 by the bye. As Anubarak will fall. Mopsia with 162 HP. 161 more than he needed as the Riptire from Junkrat got activation in bottom. Rotated into mid, got a couple hits here and there. Bottom lane wave is still thick, but it doesn't matter. That's not the priority push. It's going to be over into top lane. Mopsio low does get taken down. No flawless game from Storm League enjoyers as Madness find their first kill finally in the map, but they will lose top and bottom forts during the Webweaver phasing. Another derelict on the ground over here. We have a method banner as Rai is able to summon Bunker. I think is dead, though. Was a kill in the Zebo in mid lane. Chastise. Malfurion heal. Nah, I didn't think so. They get the root on the ground, but Mac decides not to step up for the 17 gems dropped, and those will go bye-bye. Junkrat mines are nuts, indeed. X-Strike, Riptire, Haymaker, Tranquility. No, sorry, Twilight Dream. And Fortified, or Bunker. Dragon's Arrow, Cocoon, Gargantuan, Light Bomb, and Isolation. Leap of Faith will pull Anubarak to safety. Dragon's Arrow to create a little bit more space. Zombie Wall and Spiders thrown in. Riptire from Junkrat does not take down Anubarak as he was able to get some heals and the Well Tap. The Haka setup. They need to take this fight before 13 talent does hit. Otherwise, they're going to be falling behind. That's going to be a Haymaker. Stormbolt Haymaker from Muradin. Hanzo goes down first. Jet Propulsion from Blaze. X-Strike from the Genji. Anduin and Hanzo fall. Malfurion picked off. Zebo looking to get out of here as well. A very low Anubra. Oh no! Genji jumps into the backline. Swift Strike misses. Doesn't get the kill. But Genji sees the Nazebo. Gets the shurikens needed, takes him down. Anubarak with the Impale slows down any advances into him, but now Dahaka with 17 gems is going to be chased by the enemy. Nice burrow to avoid the jet propulsion. Concussion Mine in, drag from Dahaka. Shurikens from Genji still raining in as Anubarak is going to try and pick up those gems that were dropped, but I don't think he's going to be able to make it out alive. Concussion Mine allows Itrax to cut him off at the pass, and that will be multitude of kills going over to the side of Storm League enjoyers. Gem count set to 1. on the members of Madness, and they have not even turned in yet. 55 gems of 55 needed are available. Muradin wants a kill onto Hanzo. There's going to be a Stormbolt, Leap of Faith, but here comes Genji! And Riptire activated by Junkrat as well. So our camp over here on the right is going to be grabbed, and I think that is all we see. Actually, Web Weavers plus maybe boss? Well, Web Weavers plus Siege Giants. Are they going to get the tag on boss in time? Cut him off at the past. I hate that cliche. Yes, they will delay. Blaze actually has the latter half of the turn. No. Who's got it, actually? It's Junkrat with 25, actually. You guys want to listen to some Polish comms and not know what they're saying? Because I do.
Teraz możesz ich płacić.
Dobra, już
Jak już
lecę.
wiemy, że ci nie przerwał i że mamy bossa w kieszeni.
Timingują to jeszcze, to od razu puszczamy.
No Barak tutaj szuka.
Tu mi
Haka też jest.
podchodzą. Ja kliknę i tak?
Gramy
Ryza
Rydza.
wchodzą. Mam wpłatę. Zonuję to.
A no tutaj.
Idę górę. Mam minę.
Sprawdzam. Ano w tym krzaku.
Bez
Tu?
ryzyka. Wrót?
O, ja do-
Będzie trwał? Będzie trwał?
Nie mam cooldowna, sorry.
Ten body blokuje.
Biją go trochę.
Dobra, CGM, zapraszam.
Będę szukał losowym W.
Idę.
Też szukam.
Tak,
Nie ma?
Bez jaka, bez języka.
klikam pod siebie, znowu rzucam.
Taka?
Wypnę.
Jaka, bez
A no wjechał, one shot.
Mam stuna?
Umorę ma. Okej.
Bez zaroła, co?
Struktura
Szukam tego.
mocno i wtedy możemy też poszukać jak
No
kipa.
tak. O, keep
Wątkuję.
dokończmy.
Już nie.
I Hanza potem.
Wrót? Widzę haka, śpi?
Anup,
Haka nam się i... Rydzu do hakę.
Klęc?
Nie mam nic. Jak okon.
Otwieram bunkier, żebyś mógł...
Nie mamy
Mam
bunkra.
stuna.
Bunkier.
Od Stunary zagramy jak
Wrót? Będzie trwał?
I wejdę w niego. O kurwa.
Stunuję.
Minigun, shotgun.
Dobra, nice. O,
Tak.
Wjeżdżam w nich.
Kurwa, słój jebany.
dobra i strunie.
Absolute silence at the end of that game right there. My gosh. I was thinking that they were going to be like popping off or something, and it's just giga chill. Just literally like, all right. That's a game. Okay, thank you. Sorry for the delay. Sorry, I had to run to the bathroom, and we are here, ready to go into whoopsies. Ready to go into map number 2 in this 4th best of 3 of the day. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. We got everything rocking and rolling. Storm League Enjoyers on the left-hand side, up in this best of 3 series as we're going to Infernal Shrines. This is going to be the map choice of Madness, as first pick will be going over the side of Storm League Enjoyers. Infernal Shrines, there we go. Sorry, just too much liquids, all that, yeah. Taco Bell, oh, dude. Slarif, yesterday, our lovely friend Simon was in chat talking about how he was getting Taco Bell, and I was like, oh, dude, that sounds so good. But I gotta get over the stomach bug first. I don't know what's going on with my stomach. Like, I don't know. I literally ate breakfast and then decided that I didn't need that breakfast 10 minutes before stream. And then I said, cool, I guess this is how this is what we're doing today. So, yeah. Another nauseous day. But hey, hopefully the casting's been good. Hopefully it hasn't affected the commentary too much. And let's get into it. Infernal Shrines, map number 2. Hogger, Brightwing, Junkrat, Muradin, all banned away. Taco Bell to settle your stomach? No. Taco Bell will help with any bowel problems. See, I never have any problems with Taco Bell in that, right? The only time I ever have problems with Taco Bell is when I eat too much and I get bubble gut. Baja blast the ailments out of you. Well, I grabbed myself a beer to test my stomach. If I get sick off of a couple sips, then we're done for the day. But if not, then I'll just have some beers and then I'll get some lunch after this. And hopefully it was just a weird morning thing. I don't know. Definitely not hungover. I only had like 4 beers yesterday. I had a couple on stream and 1 or 2 during the movie night. And then after that, I had a sandwich. Anyways, my diet aside, you guys don't care about that. You care about Inferno Shrines. As we got Bark Boys to start out for Madness with Greymane Rhaegar. Leoric first pick on the side of Storm League Enjoyers. If memory serves me correct, and this is not even me trying to like put it into the universe, Storm League Enjoyers do enjoy a Cho'Gall. And if you're up in a series, I think it's fair to consider the Cho'Gall here. I honestly do, like unironically, but they're not going to. They're not going to. They're going to get a Nubarak with Leoric and Maiev. A lot of dive and control. So both teams are kind of building dive comps, which could be very, very interesting throughout the game. A lot of clashing if that's the case. Bandwise on the right. Madness. Could prioritize a healer. They're going to get rid of Hanzo. I was thinking maybe they get rid of the Anduin realistically because there's so much light bomb targeting stuff. Johanna will be banned away as well. So, what are we going to lean into here? Diablo could be a pickup. Garrosh wouldn't be bad, actually. Garrosh into a Nubarak and Maiev. Like, people want to dive in and Garrosh just displaces them. Or even Diablo, too. Diablo works as well. Gonna go into another Tyrael. The members of Madness really like their Tyrael play with the Imperius as well. What's up, Setna? Well, here's the difference, Foo Fighter. My career in Heroes of Storm has been in casting. Kyrus is not. So... there's that. Player casting versus casting are 2 very different things. If you'd like to go to someone's stream and see them basically call the game based off of draft and then sit around consistently calling the game based off of draft, go do that. If you want someone to give you a word vomit of things happening and keep things entertaining and neutral, then stick around here. Enjoy the content you want to enjoy. I'm not here to put anyone down. Stukov and Cassia with the Maiev and Nubarak Leoric. So it is a bit of a divey comp. The Stukov has a little bit of control. The Cassia blinds are really nice as well into so much auto attack priority. We are going to see a Falstad last pick. I feel like they're going to go Q build, but it might... no, I feel like if you're going up against the Cassie and stuff, I think you want Q build. I think you want that poke. The wave clear is okay-ish, but it's basically 2 dive compositions into each other. We're going to find out what's going to go on. We got 5 minutes on the game. We'll get him on in. Let's see what happens. We have literally seen no Raynor this weekend. Literally. Last weekend, Raynor was like 90% pick and play participation. Or pick, ban, play participation. And, this weekend, we have not even seen Raynor banned. Right side of the map, trying to take us to a map number 3 through this 4th best of 3 of the day here in the Heroes 10th Anniversary EU Cup. We've got Madness. Spheres Spherus will be playing your Greymane, Razhag, back on Tyrael, Vetter Z, Imperius, Philadelphia, Falstad, and an AFK Shinado, Rhaegar. Left side of the map, looking to close things out and move on into the lower bracket matchup tomorrow morning in the best of 5 series. We've got Storm League Enjoyers. Rai is your Lee Yorick, Mac on the Stukov, Aryan will be playing Maev, Mopsio on the Anubarak, and Itrax playing Cassia. That Stukov is basically the winning wildcard, then you should take every single channel point you have and put it on Storm League Enjoyers. Put your channel points where your beliefs are, as First Blood goes over the side of Storm League Enjoyers. Madness will lose their Imperius. He just needed to get some more mana because he was obviously so low early on. Someone must have mana zapped him. We do have a auto attack Falstad going up into the solo lane into Lee Yorick, so they're gonna try and do like range into melee and see if that works out as a pressure point. Imperius joining with the allies here. Cassia Charge Strikes will be your level 1. Pursuit of Vengeance, Maev, Oasin's Renewal, Legion of Beetles, as well as the Lurking Arm, Low Blow from Stukov, as Vetter Z is not going to be taken. No! Vetter Z will be picked off right there. Another kill going in favor of Storm League Enjoyers. Umbral Bind on the Greymane. He walks into Maev, gets pulled in, tries to go in for the Razor Swipe, gets it into Maev, but he still goes down. A trade in this moment. Cassia wants the last auto's needed under Razhag, but won't be able to get it. A bit of a bloodbath early on. 4 kills, but 3 of those over the left-hand side, as in top lane, Leoric is doing a phenomenal job up against Falstad. My biggest concern is if people are utilizing my camera for their observation. That's my only concern about other observers in Heroes of the Storm, is like they lock onto my camera and just sit back, and I'm just like, I'm doing all the work for them. No way for me to know that, nor do I really care enough. Invade onto the camp. And it's Greymane going down. Celestial Charge. Vetter Z will be picked off once again. Weighted Pustule. Activation. Bonk! $32 overkill from Weighted Pustule, if you're curious. And Storm League Enjoyers are like, look, it is roughly 19 CEST. It's a Saturday. They want to go out to the pub. They want to go to the pub or the cafe or wherever they go and get beverages. Alright. Neil Peasants, Leoric, level 4, Beta Barbs. You've also got Biotic Armor for Stukov. I mean, makes sense into the auto-attack heavy composition of the enemy team. 6-1 in kills. As our Twitch gamble ends with 24,000 to 3,200. There's odds. There's odds on Madness. Thanks for those who put those odds out there. It's rough odds, absolutely, but we'll see if they can maybe make something happen here. Tyrael able to get the Eldruin's Might out. Not really sure what the denied was supposed to be for, because there's a delay on stream, so I don't know. Good try, I guess, Zarek. Good try. Twitch alerts and delays don't work out the best. Falstad gonna split Soak in top lane, pushing things up. Objective phase number 1 goes over to the left side of Storm League Enjoyers. Impaler camp for bottom lane. Maev Spirit of Vengeance just get some damage onto the Impaler camp. The main priority is just pushing onto this bottom lane front gate. And it looks like that will... Ooh, wait, hold on. Burrow Charge. Tyrael able to back away. Couple shots on the Mopsio. Oh, good fend from Cassia. Zarek, just be 20 seconds in the future and know the, you know. Bottom fort should be taken down here. They've got a minion wave. They've got beetles from Anubarak. He tries to burrow out to try and get some sort of CC onto the enemies. It doesn't work out. And Imperius looking for the flank onto the enemy team. A lot of damage onto Stukov. The Celestial Charge will come through, and they do manage to take down the healer. But meanwhile, Falstad and Rhaegar do go down. Greymane falls again. Vetter Z will be picked off, and this is just a real rough go for this Imperius player. Madness having a real rough time up against Storm League Enjoyers, and Itrax as the Fend. No auto attack found for the last little bit. Technically a Finland, but respawns have already happened. Oh, the invade on the camp, nice. Full auto build Falstad, Tyrael pretty standard. Fall Lightning, Containment Disc, Cocoon. This is ugly, wow. Look, I know not everyone's a fan of my stream, Foo Fighter, but you don't have to come out and say it like that. That's just mean. Oh, Stukov's holding level 10. We'll take a look at that later on, or at the top of our screen, because we got heroics coming through soon on the right side. Falstad and Greymane do manage to get a kill onto Leoric and top, so at least there's that consolation prize and experience. Next Punisher, mid lane Mortar. First one was Frozen in the bottom lane. Third one will be Arcane, and we don't really know where. Could be bottom, could be top. Shouldn't be in mid again. It's, yeah, still like a 2,000 experience, almost a 3,000 experience difference in just heroic kills. As it's an 8-kill advantage. Leoric comes in, has a drain applied. There's a massive shove from Stukov. Sanctification down from Tyrael Cocoon onto the Falstad. As Rhaegar breaks Falstad out, Celestial Charge in from Imperius. He did go into Wrath of Angiers. The Gust from Falstad pushing people around. Wrath of Angiers avoided by the Bolt of the Wards from Maiev. We currently have the Ancestor healing into Greymane, who goes in for the throat and finds the kill. Celestial Charge, and the members of Madness are going to pull in a couple kills here. Make it actually a triple kill, as Maiev and Stukov hearth out for full. Experience-wise, heroic kills, albeit 5-kill difference, is a 200 experience difference. Minions is about 18 favoring the right side. Minions is 3,000 favoring the right side. Passive, about 1,000 favoring the left side. All in all, we're about 30,000 to 31,000. Rounding on these numbers for ease, as we have the Mortar Punisher coming up next. Madness want map 3, and these couple kills might lead us in that direction. Wait a minute! I mean, the payout for the Madness Believers is 1 to 28. Best of luck. The team fight is where things really are going to break out and come down to, as we do have the Umbral Bind onto the Tyrael right now. We currently have a Fendon from Cassia on Greymane. The Ball Lightning! No, the Entomb! Greymane was just unsure of which way to disengage, and the Ball Lightning kind of zoned him a little bit. The Entomb catches. Cassia gets the damage needed, and that is the call to disengage around the objective phasing. Falstad clears out top. Imperius to maybe grab some experience bottom. The rest of the team chilling with Falstad, actually. And the objective phase looks good for Storm League Enjoyers. So you're saying there's a chance. Well, after that engagement, maybe not. Invade onto the camp over here. It is 5v5 on this. Cocoon onto Imperius. Greymane lunges in, Sanctification down from the Tyrael, the Containment Disc into the Imperius as well. Big lurking arm from Stukov afterwards. The Wrath of Angiers will be able to abduct the Anubarak. The camp will be picked up on the right side for Madness as Greymane goes in for the throat, finds the kill onto the Anubarak. Currently have a big Celestial Charge onto one target. There's going to be a Ball Lightning out from Cassie as well. Itrax getting a little bit low, and Greymane goes in for the throat, finds the kill. Imperius will be taken down. So is going to be Rhaegar and Tyrael. Greymane still trying to find something here. The camp objective will go over to the left-hand side, but Tyrael Death Explosion will get the kill into Stukov. Meanwhile, Objective Phase pushes blindly into mid as Tyrael Death and Archangel's Wrath has a 34 overkill onto Stukov. He actually got a little bit of healing. 34 overkill, dude. Oh, that's so tilting. Mortar Punisher in mid gets the fort down to 30%. Allies in top lane pushing things up. They got to disengage. Leoric and Maiev do have a lot of mobility. Wraithwalk from Leoric. Maiev, Spirit of Vengeance, activates it. False Head flying in. Is there a gust? Vault of the Wardens, he barrel rolls in for a better gust angle, or maybe he was just trying to get the... Actually, no, he didn't even have gust. He was just trying to get the auto attack range, and they're able to take down Maiev and Leoric. The mid fort will fall during all of that. Storm League enjoyers say, you know what? We'll lose 2 members in top. We'll lose our fort, but we get the mid fort, and we're going to get the keep front gate. Next objective, as I mentioned, Arcane, but this time, bottom lane. 15 to 11 in kills, and I have to say, so far, Greymane feels like the MVP of this map. Greymane has been doing so much for this team. When it comes to the team fights, the go for the throat was such a really good level 10 talent because you do get resets on it. Leap at an enemy hero and shapeshift into Worgen, slashing for 640 damage. If this kills them, the ability can be used a second time within 10 seconds for free, and I feel like I've heard a lot of double go for the throats in these engagements. The Cassia blinds are not doing enough. I thought they would be way more. Massive shove from Stukov. Umbral bind onto a couple members. The ball lightning from Cassia going out as well. Greymane low gets the Ancestral healing. Wrath of Angiers, gust onto the enemies. Beautiful combo. Beautiful combo. Wrath of... It's kind of like Stitch's Gorge. You get the target, you gust away the rest. That target is then delivered in front of the allies for an easy kill. And for the first time in the series, Madness is ahead in experience. And a talent tier. But not by much. The enemy team closing on in off this wave. Next Punisher, Arcane in the bottom lane, as I mentioned. Should be announced pretty soon, actually. I think we're maybe like 60 or so seconds off. Leoric went into Spectral Leech and Mithril Mace at 13-16. No Ominous Wraith Royal Focus. I actually haven't seen any of that today. Lurking Arm down from Stukov. There's a Containment Disc, and that is Leoric going down again. Umbral bind to pull Tyrael in, but he's just going to back off just fine. And things for Storm League enjoyers are slipping away, I feel, in this map number 2. Impale onto Imperius from the Anubra. And there's that activation of that shrine, as I mentioned. Half a level lead to the right side. Madness. They're going to find Cassia. She drops the ball lightning. She throws out a blind. Is there a counter kill under Greymane? No! The Greymane counter kill would have been so worth it, but they don't find it. Celestial Charge onto Leoric. He Wraith walks towards the lane, down to 25%. And I think this will be Madness getting the 3rd objective, everybody. To the Madness believers in chat, press 1 if you're just like sitting on the edge of your seat, please. Uh-oh, Razag taken down. Vetter Z picked off as well. Uh-oh, did things just go sideways? Greymane gets the Ancestral trying to take down Mac. The go for the throat finds the kill, but that is Greymane still picked off. It is a 1 for 3 in this engagement. Cassia did respawn from that earlier fight. As it's 18 to 15 in kills. That's a good series, chat. You know me, I'm caster unbiased. I just want as many Heroes games as possible, so if Madness wins, good for them. If Storm League Enjoyers wins, great, but unfortunately we get less games. You're getting tingles in areas, then you might be you might want to consider standing up and stretching, because you don't want to get the loss of blood flow somewhere. You don't want it like a sleepy leg or something. Alrighty, we don't have comms, but we don't have comms for Madness, so we can only listen on the Polish team comms, which we already did on this map, I believe. Or no, in this series, actually. It was Tomb of Spider-Man, we already listened to them, but... A kill onto Leoric. Wrath of Angiers fishes for more, but no one found. Impale from Anubrek, and they get the counter kill onto Vetter Z. Celestial Charge to safety. By the way, objective phase is currently at 38 skeletal defenders, favoring the members of Storm League enjoyers. 19. A Lurking Arm actually could steal this. And it will. Ball lightning from Cassia. They're going to go in under Razag. The upper bind. The containment disc was there as well. And Tyrael goes down. He gets 7 seconds off his death timer with his trait. Maybe 6, actually. Burrow charge, looking at the Imperious. Oh, no, 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 no. Storm League Enjoyers, they push in, they get the Entomb. Greymane goes down. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, there was a shining moment for Madness. They're unable to confirm. And this is going to be Storm League Enjoyers taking a 2-0 victory. Storm League Enjoyers had a bit of a wobble. They cleaned things up in their mid to late game, and they will take this series 2-0, moving on to tomorrow's best of 3 series in the lower bracket semifinals. GG, well played. We'll see Storm League Enjoyers tomorrow. Madness, they have one last chance to get into this tournament through the last chance qualifier next weekend.